honor of Pride, I'm going to start with the lesbians. Woo! Yeah, lovers of lesbians in the crowd. My type of people. So I was raised by a set of carpet-munching, muff-diving dykes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And it was great. I had more lesbians in my life than a women's music festival, than an independent bookstore, than an NPR fundraising drive. And I think it gave me an appreciation for a variety of things, but certainly one of those things is big titties. I've never met a pair of big titties I don't like. And I was actually talking to a friend of mine who is in theory heterosexual, and he was like, you know, I just think there's such a thing as too big. And I was like, you're gay, first off. And second off, it's not the titties' fault. Like, sometimes there's a fat lady underneath them titties, but that's not the titties' fault, you know? So, and that's part of the reason I like strippers, because the tits. I also like them because they draw the line right where I want it to be drawn. Like, I'm really into tits, but I'm not that big into pussy. So it's perfect. They, like, rub it against me, and then I have no obligation to in any way satisfy them. Yeah. And I gave it a shot in high school. I thought, you know, might as well. But I found that it was a lot like being in the Amazon. It was like foliage on both sides, a river in the middle, and I was totally lost. So that was the end of my pussy-eating career. I have a younger brother. He's 10 years younger than me, and he heard that. He, like, found out that I'd done that, and he was like, Sissy, I don't need to suck dick to know that I'm not gay. Like, kind of to each their own, you know, little guy. Good for you. And we both turned out, for whatever reason, like, ravishingly heterosexual, you know? So I don't know why that is, but it's certainly true. He's a frat boy down at Long Beach State. God bless him. He had his first job this last year. He was taking care of a dying woman, and he said that it was a great time. He was like, yeah, I like get up once a night to make her toast. That's about it. Otherwise, it's totally chill. I'm going to try to find another dying person when I get back to home. He did good. And we're both in the caring professions. I'm a nanny, which means that I take care of babies for money. Thank you. Thank you very much. I keep trying to leave the profession, but it turns out the only thing that's harder to leave than nannying is prostitution. Like, in prostitution, you have like an angry pimp, but in nannying, you have sobbing parents, and the money's really good in both. So I'm staying, even though it's slowly eroding my desire to have my own kids. Actually, you know, the kids are great. The parents occasionally get to me. These days you have to, like, hand mill organic baby food, and they speak in baby sign and stuff. I don't know if y'all are familiar, but so this is horse, dog, cat. So I was talking to this baby a while back, and we're, like, talking about stuff, please, thank you, you know, and the baby starts going like this to me. Like, whoa, baby, watch yourself, you know, and the baby, like, keeps doing it. So it turns out, giraffe in baby sign is go fuck yourself. Who knew? I was like, watch out, kid, because there's some tough kids out there. I'm not sure if you've seen, it's circulating around the internet. There's a Jersey Shore done by preschoolers. And they're like throwing juice boxes and pulling up their shirts and stuff. I know that shit can happen because I used to work in an infant room and I saw some gnarly babies fights. Like, no holds barred, they don't care, they will grab by the eye, by the mouth, by the nose. They don't give a fuck. They're rough babies. So right now you probably think I'm baby obsessed, and it's true. In big ups to the first comic, I think that the biggest, bestest, cutest babies are Korean, and I moved to where I live in LA to be closer to them. It's true, and I'm a baby expert. It's objective. If you put up 1,000 babies of every ethnicity in a row and cross out the fugly ones, Koreans will have the most left. I'm not saying they're the cutest people overall, I'm just saying babies, that's their time. Good for them. And people have told me, like, Eurasian babies are cuter, but I've seen a few of them that look like Ninja Turtles. Koreans all the way. Okay. So yeah, I keep trying to get out of the field because in theory I'm an actress, and occasionally it hinders me. Like, I had an audition and I was taking care of a baby, and they moved it back to like that day, and I was like, I would love to come, but I have this baby to take care of. And they were like, no, just bring the baby with, just bring the baby with. I was like, really? Well, okay. So I put the baby in the car, I drag the baby with, right? And I get to the audition, and the whole time I'm like, it's not my baby. Like, not my baby, just so you know, not my baby. And I didn't get the part, and I was like, it was totally that baby's fault. Like, if that baby hadn't been there, I would have gotten that part. And I was talking to a friend, and they were like, maybe it's because you were a lady carrying around a baby and claiming it wasn't yours. Did you ever think of that? Like, okay. So now is my super awkward transition from babies to cows. I keep trying to come up with like a way to do it, but it's not working. So, babies, cows, go with me. I am not only a nanny and the daughter of lesbians, but the proud vegetarian cattle rancher, which may seem like an oxymoron, but is in fact just a combination of an unfortunate family business and an unfortunately sensitive temperament. So twice a year, me and all the lesbians, if you think I'm a liar, check it out, Google me, totally all true. Me and all the lesbians go up to the farm and like take care of branding and castration and ear tags and all of that. And I have all my high school friends come with, and it's sort of like a mini family class reunion with a little bit of castration thrown in. And it's good times had by all, and the first year, yeah, except for the cows, right. Like, I raise them, I torture them, and then I'm like, no, I don't eat them, that's cruel. You bastards. So, the first year, my best friend Dan dropped acid, and he was like, never again, like, all night cow balls everywhere. So this time, we just drink these days, like, we just stick to the alcohol. But I'm a pretty bad vegetarian also, like, I'll pick around stuff, you know? And I also will eat anything that I think I could kill and do myself. So like, I think I could take out a scallop, no problem. Like a scallop, maybe a clam, pretty much all shellfish except for crab. Like, I think maybe I'd have a problem with that. They like claw at the pot and stuff. Anyhow, and also like if it's too big, I might be scared of it. Like, I've gotten over it now, but as a child I was pretty afraid of those cows because they all turn their head and look at you at once, like a group. And I know that I'm not the only one, because the last time I traveled, they asked me on my way, like, on the little form it said, have you been hanging out with livestock or cattle? And I was like, yeah, but I'm not telling customs that. So I come back from the trip from Mexico, and they asked the same question on the way back. Like, have you been hanging out with livestock, like on a ranch or anything? And I was like, no, this time it's true. And so it seems like between swine flu and, mad cow and bird flu, like, we have a lot to fear in the barnyard. And I just started looking at the goats, like, you're next, dude. I don't know what you got, but it's nothing good, scary. But I just try to focus on, like, they are more afraid of us than we are of them, you know? So whatever it is, I'm sure, like, it's gonna, they're scared too. We're scared too. So thank you very much. Have a good night.